What's going on, guys? Welcome back to Gotians Games, and let's talk some more about Tifa's boobs, because it's a subject that a lot of people are actually worried about. And I've stated this in my previous video. If you have not checked that out, go ahead and check that out. I'll go ahead and put it at the end of the video for you guys to click on. Tifa's breast size is apparently a concern for a lot of gamers, a lot of people who have been playing Final Fantasy VII for the longest time, myself included. And while typically I don't care if a woman has large breasts or small breasts or whatever, especially in a video game, it really doesn't matter to me. But when it comes to a character like Tifa, who is easily identified by having large breasts, because that's who her character is, and the fact that there may be a small chance that they make adjustments to it, it worries me. And a lot of people are there's two sides of the fence on this one. There's people who are like, well, I don't care as long as the character looks like a real representation of the character. And then you have other people who are like, well, we want Tifa to have the large breasts, because what about the equal representation for people who have larger breasts, or women who have larger breasts? So, yeah, we're going to talk about that talk about it again, because according to another article by One Angry Gamer, which I'm going to go ahead and put over here, Final Fantasy VII Remake's hashtag boobgate thread gets locked down on Reddit as worries mount over Tifa's bust size. Apparently on the Final Fantasy VII Remake Reddit itself, these threads are being shut down. Now, this is the internet. I mean, we should be allowed to voice our concerns for things, but apparently they don't want us doing that. We're going to go ahead and read through this article. By the way, guys, make sure you hit the like button, subscribe if you guys are new, if you haven't done all that stuff, and get engaged in these videos. Get engaged with the comments section, because that's how we're going to be able to discuss everything. And, our voices as gamers, as people who've played these games for many years, I mean, we got to voice our concerns. Anyways, let's go ahead and read this article. Like I said, the website is One Angry Gamer. I'll go ahead and leave a link to this article down below in the description. During Sony's most recent State of Play, they unveiled new gameplay footage and cinematics for the upcoming Final Fantasy VII Remake. During the footage, we were treated to our first-hand look at Aerith. It's supposed to be Aerith, not Eris. Eris is the Greek goddess of war. Anyways, as well as a few other characters. However, one of the main playable characters from the original game was nowhere to be seen, Tifa Lockhart. The buxom beauty has been one of the most discussed topics regarding the remake, but Tetsuya Nomura has been coy about revealing any details about her, leading gamers to think that Tifa might have undergone some serious changes, specifically her boobs. The discussion has been a frenzied hailstorm across the net and almost every major Final Fantasy forum, including Final Fantasy VII Remake subreddit. One gamer was curious if Tifa would be the victim of today's more politically correct take on creativity, and if her boobs would be reduced to placate the vocal minority, asking for women to cover up and censor themselves. Anyways, you should see, you should have seen what my wife was wearing for Mother's Day. Whew. Whew. Anyways, Reddit user Somber Sun made a post on March 10th writing, "Will Tifa have an SJW boob reduction in the interest of realism in a game about magic and monsters, despite her having large bust and slender frame not actually being unrealistic?" It's not unrealistic. I know many women who have a small frame and large breasts. I do. The post was met with ridicule and is it derision from people claiming that SJWs were just tinfoil hat conspiracies. They're not. Just 11 comments in and the thread was locked. yeah, I went ahead and checked out that thread. Let's go ahead over here, and that way, like, you can see that it's been locked up. Like, the comments that people make, I mean, seriously, stop being stupid. The person who created Tifa's design from his mind and paper back in 96.7 to begin with is the same person directing the entire game. Tifa's always had a bust, but it's never ever been the focus of her character like some Ero hentai game. Whether the design changes or not will be due to the artist's personal preference, not because of your conspiracy that certain groups are being appeased. I really don't understand why you feel the need to create artificial dramas out of nothing like this. Like, it goes on. It really does. People are this one person said they're sick of the topic. I'm sure she'll have big boobs. I'm sure they won't be as cartoony-ish. Yeah, I think though they won't be as exaggerated. I'm okay with that. I showed you guys the designs from this artist right here. I'd be okay with that 100%. That's a good representation of Tifa. But anyways, this led to a post titled "Can we keep the culture wars out of Final Fantasy VII?" made just a few hours later from Key Super Bia. Key Super Bia wrote, "I am seeing the same sad, predictable bastards trying to turn the game into the next battleground for their obnoxious culture wars. Already there's conspiracies. There's conspiracy BS about reducing Tifa's boobs to appease the SJWs. If they are changed to be smaller or bigger, it will be because of the art direction." See, you would think that, but I'm going to get to that in a second. And Tifa was never an Ero hentai character anyways. Meanwhile, Kotaku Spitz is already making stupid clickbait articles about Barrett being racist, black stereotype, really pissing me off. That these people want to claw their own melodramatic politics into every single game that comes out. Final Fantasy VII characters are almost universally beloved, and how they are handled should be up to the creators of the remake and staying true to the original themes. I really love Final Fantasy since decades ago and would hate to see it devolve into the shit-slinging outrage culture and drama of modern video game releases. And I feel most people feel the same way. I 100% agree with that. I really do. I would love to keep all this crap out of games like Final Fantasy VII, but unfortunately it's going to be brought up as it is right now. So, yeah. Some believe that the creators are already converged, though. There's a post on Kotaku in Action, where worries are mounting over an unverified piece of concept art allegedly from the same artist who did original concept art for other characters in Final Fantasy VII Remake. I mean, we're looking at this. This is the concept art, but this has been updated. According to Noriyuki Works, the Tifa concept may be fake. He explained Japanese confirms that these arts, referring to the images in this link, was illustrated in the Mori Art Museum in Japan last year for the 30th anniversary of Final Fantasy series, and also the wife of Ferrari commented in her official account that this Tifa one is not made from Ferrari, but we must need to check well what is the truth. So there's a chance that the Tifa one is fake. Again, there's a lot of speculation. We'll know more information when why did that just go all the way back up? We'll know more information once the next trailer of the game drops, which should be around E3. But let's continue with the article. Even still, many other fans of the series are horrified at the idea that Final Fantasy VII Remake could fall victim to the censorship scourge that has run rampant throughout the gaming industry. Others feel that Sony's censorship policies may have bled over into the creative process of Japanese developers and is now heralding an age where preemptive self-censorship is being applied to avoid having to censor their games closer towards release, which has happened a couple of times in the recent past, like Mary Skelker 2 or Senran Kaguya 7. For now, we have no idea what's going to happen with Tifa until we actually see what she looks like in game. Apparently, we'll get to see more of the game at this year's E3 in June. Okay, so here's the thing, or the argument, one should say. So I've had a lot of people in the comment section for the other video say that not to worry because Square has brought us games like Nier Automata. If you guys haven't played Nier Automata, you should. But games like Nier Automata that have brought us 2B, which has basically most of her ass showing, and other games as well. And to that, I would then say, well, here's the issue. Okay, here's the problem. You're talking about a game that at this point is 2-3 years old. You know, Nier Automata, about 2-3 years old. On top of that, if any of you guys play Star Ocean Anamnesis, that's a mobile game. You know, regarding Star Ocean, they had a crossover with Nier Automata, and they actually censored one of the characters in that game. A lot of people were like, "What the hell is going on?" I don't remember which character it was, but they actually reduced her bust size in the game. So the artwork for the character showed her having large breasts, but then when the character actually showed up in the game, her breast size was reduced without reducing the character's artwork. So it was just it was very off-putting for that character. So if Square went ahead and censored a Nier Automata character in a mobile game, who's to say they won't do the same for Tifa? You know, a lot of the concept art has shown Tifa wearing a longer skirt, wearing a black undershirt that covered up most of her skin, and I mean it's. Listen, I'm all for realism. I'm all for it 100%. But this right here, this depiction, this one right here, that can be very realistic. It's a very real thing. I've said it before in my previous video. My wife, for example, why did that just refresh? My wife, for example, has large breasts. You're gonna tell her that that's wrong? Nah, it's not. But anyways, guys, let's keep this conversation going. Make sure you hit that like button, subscribe if you guys are new. I'll leave this in your hands. Let me know what you guys think down in the comment section below. Until then, I will see you guys in the next video. Thank you so much for watching. You guys have a great rest of your day. Peace out, guys.